What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another day in Car Mechanic Simulator with me, the Virtual Mechanic, and today's project we are starting with a stock or base version Ford Mustang. Let's get in and take a quick look at it. There it is. It's the 2005 Ford Mustang Base Edition. What we're going to do with this bad boy today is we're going to strip it down and turn it into the wild and crazy Hot Wheels Edition, and then take this beast onto the drag strip in an attempt today to get us back onto the top 10 speeder board. Can we get there? The top 3. The first choice is a tractor. Then we got the Batmobile, and then we've got the Elenticalope, which was the VM Drag Edition. There's some very powerful cars on here with some very fast quarter-mile times, all under 8 seconds on there. And the 1 miles, what we all under 20 seconds. Some faster than others. 14.079 from that tractor. It was absolutely wild. But before we jump back into this one, I need to say a huge congratulations to LMAO Zedong for the competition win with Payne's Ford F100. It looks absolutely fantastic. A beautiful drag beast built for this one, and it looks fantastic in that sort of burgundy dark red. If I take the light off, you really can't see the colours. It is very dark, but it looks chef's kiss, absolutely perfect. But anyway, back into our beautiful Mustang. This is what we've got. So we've got ourselves the base version of the Mustang. We're going to modify it, we're going to cut it, we're going to weld it, we're going to repair it, we're going to upgrade it and turn it into that beautiful Hot Wheels edition. If we can get there, I'm sure we'll be able to by the time we strip everything down. But let's jump in and have a look at some facts about this one as it starts with. As I said, is the base edition. It's got almost 200,000 kilometers on it, which is quite a lot. We got it from the auction house. It's in relatively bad condition. Everything is under 30%. It's only the interior that's a little bit up there, but there we go. Did we get a good deal? We did! I bought it for 3,427. I could sell it right now as is for 3,906, but that wouldn't be turning into a Hot Wheels edition, so we're not going to do that. Currently, we could profit 479 from it. Hopefully, that'll be more when we come to the end of today's video. Now, this is going to be weird. The engine currently in it is the V6 double overhead cam AKY engine, but I'm pretty sure that's going to change by the time we swap it into the Hot Wheels edition. So I think let's just get started. Let's get this beautiful looking car into the car wash. Let's get it cleaned up. In the car wash with the beautiful Mustang. Let's get it cleaned. It's not so beautiful at the moment. Oh, jumpy game. It's missing a lot of panels and is a little bit dusty and is in a metallic-y green colour. I don't even know what to call that. It's not a nice colour. Definitely won't be sticking with that one, but let's get the interior done. Let's get this beast back onto the lifter. Let's just get everything out and start stripping it all down. Ready to transform it into the Hot Wheels edition. Even from here, you can see a lot of that engine is missing. I reckon there's no oil pan. Of course, there's no oil pan in this bad boy. So let's just get underneath and get started with the starter, which is missing. I believe it sits there. It's not there, but we do need to get the drive shaft out, so let's move on back a little bit, and let's get started with you. Out you come, nice and easy. One rusty bolt to get us started, so out you come. There we go. Let's get this big old gearbox out of here. No rusty bolts on that one. Nice and easy, just how I like it. Let's get you back down on the ground and pull what's little's left of that block out of there. I'm hoping, not that we're going to be using that one anyway, I'm hoping the Hot Wheels edition will have something wild and crazy in it that we can add a load of power to. But anyway, pull out that old V6, get that crane put away, and see if we've got anything else left in the engine bay. I really didn't think so. I'm not going to go through it all because a lot of this will probably change when we swap it into the Hot Wheels edition, or convert it, I suppose is the better word, into the Hot Wheels edition. So there we go. We'll come back to all of that a little bit later. Now, I just want to get it up in the air, get all of this suspension removed, and then when we come back, we'll take off the body, get it swapped into the Hot Wheels edition, and get it ready to go all back together before putting it into the paint shop to check out the beautiful Hot Wheels livery. That's all the engine and suspension ripped out. It's not repaired, replaced, or upgraded because we want to get all this bodywork off and get it all changed first. Make sure we can get everything in the correct position. So out with the headlights, out with the doors. Nothing on there, nothing on there, nothing on there. I do think a lot of this was missing. We do need that piece there. Out you come. Anything else? Doesn't really look like it. I know we've got at least 2 bits of interior in there, so let's get them out. Steering wheel and seat. Don't need you two anymore. Is that everything? It's not allowing me to change. I hope we have missed something. We have right fender D. Thank you. Where is a right fender? Around to the other side. Right fender D? Where is a right fender? I'm on the right side of the car. Oh, there we go. Just down at the bottom. Should have been an easy spot. Now, can we swap this one into the Hot Wheels edition? We had issues last time. Wrong screen. There we go. Let's just keep going to crew. Base convertible. Don't want that. Don't want the other base convertible. Oh, now it's not letting me change again. There we go. Just a little bit of an issue there. California special. Again, we're going to pause it. That says it's convertible, but it doesn't look like it. GT Shelby 500. Pausing, phrasing a little bit there. Another little issue. Let's just go back in. Let's keep going across. I mean, this is changing through quite a lot, let's be honest. So let's just keep going through until we see that beautiful Hot Wheels edition. The Terlaguina, don't know. 3-valve Saline, Supercharged Saline, Extreme Saline, Barricade Saline. That is the one from Death Race, I believe. Bullet, Cobra Jet, the Hot Wheels edition. We've made it to there. It has also fixed our frame for us, which does mean we can't go and do that, but never mind. We got a beautifully fixed frame. Is everything still the same underneath and in the engine bay? I highly doubt it. Let's have a look. That's a different engine altogether. So now the engine in it is the V8 double overhead cam supercharged engine, and that is what I'm going to leave in it. We haven't played around with one of them for just a little while. It is time to take that 540 horsepower, make it as incredibly wild as possible, ready to drag race this absolute crazy monster. So now I'm going to get the engine and suspension all sorted. When we come back, we'll be reapplying all of the beautiful Hot Wheels bodywork. Let's just go and check that out quickly, shall we? Where's the Mustang? There you are up there. We want to look for Hot Wheels. There we go. Nice and simple. Hot Wheels logos on things that you are going to need. And that is what we are looking for. We've got a few different options for that one there. I like that. A couple of choices for us to make. Hot Wheels paintable carbon fiber hood. Obviously, that one's definitely going on there. Windows. Obviously, they're going to be kept. They're the Hot Wheels anyway. Mirrors, and lights. We've got two different types of headlights to play around with as well. We are going to be putting this back together mostly with the Hot Wheels stuff. As you can see, everything is labeled Death Race, Celine Edition, so on and so forth. Bullet, GT500. So if you can't get lost with it, everything is labeled. And I believe if things won't go with other things, they'll probably say it. A lot of the other people do that. I know Payne has done that before. But it looks like everything can go with everything. But there's lots to play around with. We're just aiming for the Hot Wheels edition. So let's get going. Let's start getting this beast all back together. Here we go then. Let's get this beautiful Hot Wheels Mustang all back together. Ready to tear up the drag strip a little bit later on. Let's get on with it. Starting with, obviously, the fenders. Now, there's 3 Hot Wheels fenders. There's a full carbon one, a full non-carbon one, and one with just the carbon flare. The carbon flare is what we've gone for on this one today. Looking very nice. The hood is just the paintable carbon. That's the only option for it for the Hot Wheels edition, along with this front bumper as well. And this front end looks absolutely incredible, just with like the intercooler radiator through there, looking very nice. The headlights are these ones here, because I believe there's a part that needs to go with the livery on top of that headlight, just to finish it off and make it look a little cooler. Seems like there's a few gaps in there. I don't know if it's meant to be or if I've broken everything by swapping the frame with the mod. But let's get on. I went for the stripped interior on the doors. I'm hoping that's all going to sort of match in and look good. Let's just get them all in and find out when we get there. Standard windshield on there. No issue at all. Windows are just the windows. The mirrors are the Hot Wheels mirrors, though. So we have got them. Then the right body window is obviously the Hot Wheels one on there. Around to the side. Let's get the other side all up to the same, because this window on the other side is ever so slightly different. There are 2 versions of this. I'm not sure what the difference between them is, but I've gone for the AI version. There we go. It connects into a fuel tank that sits down the back there, or a fuel cell, should I say. Looking quite nice. On we go. Well, we do have the little rear left door. I went for the D on there, just with a few rivets. It looks quite cool. And then our rear fenders are obviously just these carbon paintable flares. On we go, and on we go. Part of the livery hopefully is going to take most of that up. We come down to the rear bumper. There is 2 different versions of this. I've gone for the J one. I don't know what the difference is between them, but they all look awesome nonetheless. Then we got the car part 2, which is the exhaust. Hot Wheels exhaust, all in the beautiful shiny chrome. The rest of the exhaust is going to be in that chrome, I think. We might change it when we get there. The Ford Mustang rear window for the Hot Wheels has already got the orange stripe that the rest of the livery also has on there as well. Then we go in the trunk, painted carbon trunk. And then we've got the tail light / a spoiler, looking pretty wild on there as well. Let's get in with these lights. In you go that side. Now, there is a multiple selection of lights, and they do all technically fit, but most of them clip through with these strut braces on there. So these lights on the side just separate it that little bit better, in my opinion. I think that's everything, but I'm not 100%. It is 100% on the body. We just got to get in and get some interior in. Oh, I did try and play around with multi-seats, but they don't quite fit. I could have gone into the car editor and adjusted it, but it looks cool with these in anyway. GW500Bs in the blue. probably change the blue a little bit later, depending on the Hot Wheels livery. We shall see. And as you can see, I've gone for my Virtual Mechanic steering wheel B. Thank you again, Multiply, for that. It looks absolutely incredible. But now, have we got everything for this beautiful car? 100%, 100%, 100%. Everything exterior-wise is done. We've just got the engine and suspension to do. So there we go. Let's get this one into the paint shop. Let's get a beautiful livery on it. Well, here she is then, all finished, or all painted at least, looking absolutely fantastic. We've got the smiley face daylighter covers on there, on the headlights, looking awesome. I'm glad I picked the right headlights to go on it. They do look fantastic. As we go around, obviously we've got that full carbon hood, carbon front end, and obviously the carbon fenders. Sometimes these full fenders can be carbon, but I've just gone for a normal black on them today. Still got all the Hot Wheels logos and all the little striping details in there, looking very, very nice. No Hot Wheels logo on this side, just some blue striping detail. And then with the 1552 logo on the side there, and then round the back, we've got another Hot Wheels logo on the carbon fiber, looking very nice. And on the other side, we've got all our sponsors up there. Sparco 1552, Falcon Tires, and K&W, or KW, whatever you want to call that one there. It is looking beautiful. We have added a few little bits to the interior. I've changed the colour on the seats to be a ish matched blue to the exterior with a bit of black on there, and I've also added some orange to that steering wheel. If we go around to the other side, it is a little bit darker, but I think that's just the shininess because that's on a carbon fiber. Still looking pretty awesome. I'm very pleased with it. What do you think? Let me know in the comments, but let's crack on. Let's get everything else painted and get this beautiful Hot Wheels Ford Mustang all back together, ready to tear up the drag strip. Here we go then. We've got everything painted on the beautiful Hot Wheels Mustang. Looking absolutely fantastic. But we've got to start getting some of this suspension in. Starting with the beautiful shocks. Carbon fiber on the base there. And some lovely blue springs at the front is all looking pretty good on there. We're going to be using a lot of carbon fiber on this build because we've already got carbon fiber on the bodywork. Looking very good. But let's get in underneath. Get some of this in, starting with that rear axle because it needs some assembly required. We've got the pinion bearing up at the front there, and if we nip on around, the pinion gear and another pinion bearing in there, along with the actual rear differential, and then we've got the two bearing caps. First showing of our beautiful blue bolts that we're using on this build today for the inside, and then we've got a black rear diff cover, and then obviously fully surrounded by them beautiful blue bolts, looking lovely on there. We get up to the front, we'll get a few of these pieces in, and we're starting with our lovely sway bar in the orange, steering rack just the cheeky little black there, and then the front cross member is in a lovely blue. Now we're going to jump to some clips of this all going in. I hope you enjoy it, and I'll see you again in a moment. There we go, all finished with the first half of the suspension, keeping with the blue, orange, black and carbon fiber theme on the rest of the body. We've got the blue disc and the blue brakes on here, most of the rest of it in orange with a few splashes just to keep it looking nice. If we can get back up the front, if the game will let me, there we go. We've got it like opposite colours at the front, blue in the middle there, a bit more blue on the outside, and then orange on the disc and the brake caliper to finish it off. I promise you, it'll all make sense by the time we get the wheels on, get this beast outside. But before we get there, just need to get a couple of fuel tanks in. In you go. Both in a lovely carbon fibre, something I don't normally do on the fuel tanks. We have got alternating colours on the fuel pumps, blue on one side and orange on the other. Even though this build technically does have a fuel cell in the trunk there, hence the tubing that goes up to that window, but we're ignoring that. We still need the fuel tanks and fuel pumps in there. But there we go. That's it for the moment. I'm going to crack on, get the rest of this suspension finished. Then we're going to move on and get the engine bay all sorted before going and building that beautiful Supercharged V8. I may have gone slightly over the top with this build with the blue and orange and carbon fibre, but it is looking absolutely beautiful. Loving it, even if it is a little bit crazy. But let's crack on. Let's get the engine bay all sorted. Now, today I haven't painted any of the reservoirs or anything like that. I've just left them all as they were, as they should be. Not as they should be. Paint them if you like. They look cool painted. But today we've gone for them all clear, so you'll be able to see all the liquids in them. Also the ECU Type B, which I almost missed. The Stage 3 in there, ready to go. Then we're onto our battery tray. Which I've done in the carbon fibre. Haven't done anything with the actual battery itself. The bracket on top is the Ford bracket in a blue. and you do get the lovely bit of Ford blue showing up with the darker bits around the outside. And then at the front here, we've got alternating of the bracket rods. We've got oranges at the front and blues at the back there, just to mix it up a little bit, keep it a little bit interesting. If we nip around down to here, the ABS pump is in a blue, and the ABS module is in an orange on the top there, and there's some more of them lovely blue bolts just going in, bolting all of that up, looking very good. Air filter base, carbon fiber, but I'm pretty sure you all saw that one coming anyway. So let's just get this all together, and then we can get the clips on. I've gone for alternating blue and orange clips. It doesn't matter which way round they go, as long as they are opposites to each other. This one wants to be in the blue here. Hopefully it's going to look pretty sweet. It's just a tiny little detail. It doesn't really mean anything, but to me, it's cool. But anyway, let's crack on. A radiator, you are in a bright orange on the front there. And if we swing around to the back, the fan housing kit is in carbon fiber with a lovely little blue fan on there, just finishing it off. That, I believe, I'm not missing anything, am I? Is the rest of the engine bay all finished? Now we need to go and build that beautiful supercharged V8. So let's head over into the next room after having a quick look there. It's all looking pretty good. The carbon fiber's a little bit much on the air intake there, but it still looks good nonetheless. It's a bit of a thicker weave than we've got everywhere else, but hopefully the engine will make it look cool anyway. So when we go, we've got the block itself in a steel black and orange on there. The two heads are both in a stunning orange, and then inside we've got 2 camshafts and 4 spark plugs either side, so 4 camshaft and 8 spark plugs in total. But let's crack on and let's get it all together. 2 cam gears on the end. I have gone for the TK Aftermarket ones for the i4, but it's letting me do it, and it does kind of fit, so we're going to put them on because they look pretty cool, even though they will be under a cover. But they do add a little bit more performance, and we will be drag racing this today, so we want to squeeze every tiny little bit of performance we can out of it. On with the 2 belts, and then the big old bright orange timing cover on the front there. And again, these bolts will be blue once we drop it in the car. Power steering pump, in you go, just in a little steel black there. Alternator is in the same colour, and if we swing all the way around, the oil filter's in a cheeky little blue, just keeping up with that orange and blue on there. Crankshaft pulley is in a black. The water pump is also in a black. In you go. And then we've got all of the idle rollers, which are carbon fiber, because why not? I don't think I've done carbon fiber rollers yet, so it was worth a shot. And actually, they came out a lot better than I expected. And I can't wait to see it in the car and see if the blue bolts on these actually make it look really, really cool. So let's just get all of these in and bolted up, ready to go. Then we've got the water pump pulley on top of that, which we've done in a blue, just to add a little splash of that. Even though it's going to have blue bolts, that'll be where we can see how close I got the 2 blues to matching. There we go. On we go, though. Let's get the engine head covers on. These are in a beautiful carbon fiber. Obviously, they look absolutely fantastic. Let's just get it all bolted up and ready to go. In you go, in you go, and in you go. Then we got ignition coils. These are all just in the orange. They're all going to be covered by the coil cover anyway, so we get them on, and then the coils cover is in that orange on there, looking fantastic. Get the exhaust manifold on this side, well, both sides is all just in their standard chrome, because we're going to use a lot of that standard chrome exhaust, because it's got some big old pipes sticking out the back, just about see them there, that are also in a beautiful chrome. Fuel filter over here is in a cheeky little blue, and now I'm going to crack on and get this other side done all the way up to the same spot, and I'll be back in a second. There we go, that's all on, and now let's crack on. We've not got much left to go. The supercharger intake manifold, just in a steel black on this one. The supercharger on top in orange. I think there is a little bit of black on it just up here. Very, very not really visible. So let's just get it all bolted up and in. In you go there. The throttle is in black and orange because that looked pretty good when I did that. I was well impressed with how that came out. And then we've got the fuel rails, which are both just in a cheeky little blue, adding just a splash more of it because there isn't much blue on the engine. So I just wanted a couple of little bits just to really make it pop. Then we got the 17 belts, which are blacked out as normal. In you go. In you go. One more idle roller. There we go in the carbon fiber. And then the last piece is the belt tensioner, which is in a blue, just to add a little bit more to it. There we go. Orange, black, carbon fiber, and blue on the beautiful Supercharged V8. Looking absolutely fantastic. But now we've got to get it dropped into our Hot Wheels edition Ford Mustang. See how good it looks inside that engine bay. Let's go. Let's get you in. In you go. Get the crane put away, and let's take a look. That's actually looking pretty sweet. Have we got a little bit of clipping there? That is the tiniest bit of clipping. Never mind. We'll ignore that one, but that is looking so good. Just close this a second. That the radiator there at the front with the bright orange looks absolutely fantastic. I am loving that very, very much. Let's get it up in the air, though. We've got a couple of bits left to go. Gearbox, drive shaft, and some exhaust hopefully matching in with that chrome on that piece there. Could have painted it, but I think it looks pretty good coming out in the chrome. Gearbox today is in a black with a little bit of orange just on there. And there's our lovely blue bolts. In you go. Which just reminded me I want to swing back down to the front And see the blue on there. That's not bad. The bolts are a little bit darker, ever so slightly, but it's still, I'm in the radiator, but it still works nonetheless. And the blue bolts on them idle rollers are fantastic. Anyway, crack on. Wrong side. Starter in you go. You are just in a normal orange on there, looking good. And then we've got all of the exhaust pipes, which are just all in their normal performance parts chrome, looking absolutely fantastic. Hopefully it's all going to match up once we've got it all in. Last two bits are just the exhaust pipe C's, because then it does connect. You can see the pipes just about coming out there into the actual exhaust. Looking very good. Drive shaft, you can see this isn't the standard one. Went for a carbon fiber one, and I put my own carbon fiber on it. There we go. Lovely blue bolts finishing that one off. I do always do my own carbon fiber because the normal carbon fiber that's on it, even though I use a grey colour for mine, is a little bit too grey in my opinion. But that's everything. Let's take a walk out and see how good it looks. Plenty of chrome. You can't really see much of the gearbox and drive shaft from under there, but plenty of orange blues and that chrome running down through the middle. It is looking fantastic. I love it. Let's get it back down on the ground. We're going to get some beautiful wheels done. I'm probably going to keep them about the same size as the standard model of this one. We'll get the liquids topped up. We'll get some windows tinted. And we'll get this beautiful Hot Wheels Ford Mustang outside in the sun. Well, here she is then, all finished with the beautiful Hot Wheels edition of Ford Mustang. Looking absolutely beautiful. I love this. It is crazy. It is wild. It's over the top. Is definitely my kind of build. Absolutely fantastic. And we just open that engine bay. The engine is just as crazy and wild and over the top, with the blue orange carbon fiber, blue bolts, and a few bits of steel black in there as well. It is very good, and I'm very, very happy with it. But what do you guys think? Do let me know in the comments below. Let's talk about these rims. The front rims here are the rim 40. Now, I will say one thing very quickly. When I've changed the config, it hasn't actually fully changed everything to the Hot Wheels config. So the wheel alignment's off slightly. So these wheels aren't the wheels you would use if you were building the Hot Wheels one from the start. But if you're converting it into the Hot Wheels one like I have done today, you may need to adjust the sizes to something like I've done here. So the front rims, I say the rim 40. That's what came on it. It was what was meant to come on it anyway. They look awesome. I've gone for blue and black on mine. Looking pretty good. Alternating between the brake caliper and that shield behind there in the orange. It's a 19-inch rim, 255 width, 30 profile, and also ET of 40 to bring it out this far. If you do the normal Hot Wheels one, you definitely don't need the ET of 40 because the alignment's all set up to be the right distance away and all of that. So there we go. Down at the back. Awesome, looking beautiful. With the rims 1, I've gone for not the 1A, just the standard rim 1 with the orange on it, and then we got the blue shield and blue brake caliper behind it, and steel black in there as well. These are a 20-inch rim, 315 width, 30 profile, and ET of 20 on these ones to bring them out sort of just into that wheel well. I haven't brought them all the way out, leaving just a little bit of space in case we get some clipping, which we actually haven't so far. So it's all been good. The other thing I have changed is the doors. I originally put the plain panel door on. They leave a gap when you're inside underneath the window on this particular version. So I've swapped them just to some normal door cards with the sub in them with the black. But anyway, enough of that. Let's jump in. Loving these beautiful blue and black seats in here. Again, the details on the inside. This isn't the interior you would see on the Hot Wheels edition where I've changed it into it. It's kept the original dashboard and everything like that. It's normally much more open in the Hot Wheels edition if you build it from scratch. But this is quite fun. We've made a very custom, unique Hot Wheels edition, and I've enjoyed it. But anyway, let's get this Supercharged V8 started, see what she sounds like. Nice, mean-sounding grumble. Let's give it some gas and hear that supercharger whine. Love a bit of whiny supercharger on there. It is, in my opinion, missing a turbo. But who puts a turbo on a supercharger? I would if I could. But anyway, enough of that. Let's get this beast onto the dyno. See what its horsepower is going to be today and what its drag rating is. On the dyno with the Hot Wheels Ford Mustang with a V8 supercharged engine under the hood, pumping out 501 factory horsepower. We put all the performance parts on it today, tuned the ECU. How much did we squeeze out of this? And what's its drag rating? A gain of 666 horsepower. I feel like that's an omen that we're going to lose the drag tournament a little bit later on. Never mind. Bringing us up to 1,166 total horsepower. A gain of 133%. Absolutely fantastic. Loving that. And a drag rating of A, 842. Very much in the higher end of the A class, but not quite at that top end. A little over 150 places, or score. I don't know. A little over 150 out of the top of A-Class A999. So we might have our work cut out today on the drag strip. But before we go there, we got to check out the gearbox tuning. This is what I've gone for today. 105 kilometers an hour in first gear, 2.25 ratio, up to a reported 437 kilometers an hour in fifth gear. Now, I will just be happy if this car is under 10 seconds. That's my goal. I mean, likely I'd like under 8 to get it on the speeder board, but I don't think that's going to happen. So we're aiming for under 10 on this beast today. I'm hoping this gear setup can get us there. We already have the Stage 3 ECU fully tuned. Don't forget to check out the shorts just up here or linked in the description below, or just check out the shorts on my channel for both the ECU and the carburetor tuning shorts to get them perfectly every time. That glorious 16% of tuning is what we're after. So there we go. Make sure you check them out. But now we need to take the Hot Wheels Ford Mustang onto the drag strip and try and win a tournament. Here we are then at the drag strip with our beautiful Ford Mustang Hot Wheels edition. Let's just get into it. King of the Sands of 1 mile and A-Class. We're not quite at the top, but we're up there. Pay the $1,000 entry fee. And who have we got with us today? It's been a little while since we've been on the drag strip. So let's have a look down through. Any of our friends here with us? Skin Gravel, nice to see you in the Ford Mustang RTR Unicorn Street. Yeah, there's a lot of unicorns going on. Dead Bob in the Ford Fiesta Pikes Peak. I like that. That's a good little one. Fritz is in there. Lovely to see you, my dude, in my Fiat 500 V12 Abarth edition. Loving that one. And then obviously our first race is against the Pagani Zonda Revolution, which we might actually lose because that is a pretty fast car, but there is only one way to find out. Let's get in. Let's go. Am I going to disappoint everyone, including myself, and go out in the first race to a Pagani Zonda Revolution? It is absolutely wild. I'm not sure what I feel about that weird brown colour. I'm not going to comment what I think it looks like because I might get taken off of YouTube. But anyway, let's crack on. Let's try and win in the Ford Mustang Hot Wheels edition. In we go. Virtual Mechanic steering wheel. Let's go. Come on, Mustang. Off the line. Into second. But an early change there. A little bit maybe into third. Oh, neck and neck. Come on, little Hot Wheels Mustang. You can do this. You can do this. We're going to beat it. It's behind us now, and I'm very happy about that. I can see the finish line coming in the distance. Please, please, please let us stay ahead of that Pagani. Please let us stay. Let's get across the line. Come on. There we go. What sort of times have we got for our first run? Under 10 seconds. Very, very, very happy about that. 9.572 seconds to the quarter of a mile at 255 kilometers an hour. 22.892 seconds for the 1 mile at 377 kilometers an hour. Pretty good. Don't think it's going to get it in the top 10 on the speeder board, which is a bit of a shame, but it should still be quite high. We did beat the Pagani to the quarter of a mile and to the 1 mile. I'm definitely very happy about that. Although it did beat us to the eighth of a mile. Bit bizarre, but there we go. But we've won in the end, thank God for that. Let's get into the next round and see who we've got. Payne and Fritz are facing off against each other in the next round. French Toast build versus my build, driven by Payne and Fritz. I'm lovely to see that. Sadly, Skin Gravel has gone out, which is a bit of a shame, but with us still, we've got the Open Wheel Racer, which is the Formula 1 car. Pagani Zonda Revolution, we've just beaten one of them. Hammered Austral SVM Thor Edition, the Ford Mustang RTR Unicorn Street, obviously the two previously mentioned. And our next race is against the Ford F100 Drag Edition. Can we make it through to the next round and face off against either Dead Bob or Fritz? Let's get in. Let's find out. The Drag Edition Ford F100 versus the Ford Mustang Hot Wheels Edition. Just black on black for the truck, but it looks good like that anyway. I almost did my competition entry truck black on black like that without the cool livery, so I don't know whether you'd have preferred that or not. I know French Toast definitely preferred the cool livery, but that's what we were going to go for. My mind was changed. But anyway, let's jump into this race. Are we going to win in the Hot Wheels Edition Mustang? I certainly hope so. Let's go. Off the line. Come on. Into second. That was a little bit late, I feel. Let's get into third and see where the truck is. Oh, gone. Way far behind us. Definitely happy about that. Are we going to make it into the next round? We're going to get into the semi-finals. Hopefully, fingers crossed. Let's get this beautiful Hot Wheels car into top gear and get it across the finish line and see what sort of times and speeds we get for our second run. There we go. Across the line. What have we got? 9.612 to the quarter of a mile. Not quite beating our first run. A little bit slow, which is a bit of a shame. 22.912 to the 1 mile. Again, not quite as good as our first run, but the same top speed. 377 kilometers an hour, but we have made it through to the quarterfinal. We'll be facing off against either Payne or Fritz. Let's go and see who we've got. Well, sadly, Fritz knocked out Payne, so it is the Fiat 500 Abarth V12, built by myself for a competition, actually, against our Ford Mustang Hot Wheels edition. Will we make it through to the final, or will it be Fritz in one of my builds? We've got Open Wheel Racer still in, and the Ford Mustang, RTR, Unicorn Street. Whoever one of them is going to make it through to the final, and will it be us, or will it be Fritz? Let's go find out. There's our very good friend Fritz in the Fiat 500 VM Abarth V12. It definitely looks better with the livery, no offense, but I do love this little Fiat 500. Absolutely stunning little car. Against the Ford Mustang Hot Wheels edition. Is a V12 with small car going to beat a V8 supercharged Mustang? There is only one way to find out. Let's just get in. Let's go. Come on, let's make it into the final. Off the line. We've got to beat Fritz to get there. Into second. Come on, little Mustang, you can do it. Into third. Where are you, Fritz? Behind us by the sounds of that, so I'm happy with that. Let's get into fourth and let's keep going. Hopefully that V12 will just die in the engine bay or something and it won't even make it to the finish line. That's a little bit harsh, but as long as we win, I don't mind. Into top gear and let's get across the line, and is this going to be our best run? Fingers crossed. 9.568, that's awfully close. Our first run was a 9.572, so that is our new fastest run to the quarter of a mile. 22.891, beating our first run by 0.001 of a second, because our first run was 22.892, and the top speed still the same at 377 kilometers an hour. So this is our new fastest run of the day, I guess. There we go, but we have made it into the final. Who are we going to be up against? Sadly, Fritz is out in the beautiful Fiat 500. Bit of a shame that we've made it to the final. Are we going to win our final race? Let's go find out. This is going to be a challenge. It's the beautiful Ford Mustang Hot Wheels edition. We've been seeing it all day. Absolutely love it. Versus Jeremy Cook in the Open Wheel Racer. That is the Formula 1 car. This is going to be quite hard to beat. I'm not sure if we're going to do it. There's only one way to find out, though. Let's get in. Let's try and beat a Formula 1 car on a drag strip. Well, there it is. Beautiful in blue, a Formula 1 car. Probably going to absolutely dominate us. Depends if it can get the power down or not. We need to try and win. We're in the final. Let's just try and win our final race. It is against a Formula 1 car, though. I'm really not sure, but let's go. Off the line. Come on. Into second. That was actually feel like my best gear change of the day. Into third. Where's the Formula 1 car? We are pulling away. Come on, Hot Wheels Edition Mustang. You are incredible. Into fourth gear. Still very far behind us by the looks of that. Let's just get across the finish line and hopefully win this tournament and see where the beautiful Ford Mustang would sit on our speeder board. Let's go across the line. What sort of times have we got for our final run? 9.614 to the quarter of a mile. Not beating the just gone previous run. 22.908 to the 1 mile. Again, not quite as good as our very last run. Still the same top speed though, 377 kilometers an hour. But there we go. We have won. Let's get back. Let's collect our winnings. And then we can get this beautiful Mustang back to the garage. See if we can sell it on for a tasty bit of profit. There's our winnings, 11,250. It feels like a long time since I've won a drag tournament, and I'm very happy to be doing it. So we'll collect that. Thank you very much. We made it all the way through. Now let's get back to the garage. Let's see where this beautiful Mustang would sit on the speeder board. I know it's not going to be in the top 10, so it won't be actually displayed, but we'll find out where it sits. We'll get it sold off, hopefully for some profit, and we'll see what we've got coming up next. Well, here it is then, all finished with the beautiful Ford Mustang, and it came 56th on the speeder board out of 99. We've almost done 100 vehicles on the drag strip, the new improved drag strip now, so we're getting close to filling that one up. But let's talk some facts and figures about this one. We bought the car for $3,427 and could have sold it at a gain, of 479 at the very beginning, but we obviously didn't do that. We spent a further 93,705 upgrading, tuning, and modifying and painting the beautiful Mustang, getting it changed from a base one into the Hot Wheels edition. Absolutely fantastic. Being our total spend at 97,192. Not only that, we managed the quarter of a mile in 9.568 seconds, the 1 mile in 22.891 seconds, and a top speed of 377 kilometers an hour, which I'm actually quite impressed with. But can we make a profit? We spent 97,192. Is there some money to be made? Let's take a look. Well, there she is, all 100% finished. Absolutely fantastic. That supercharged V8, we left the normal one in there, from 501 horsepower up to 1,166 horsepower, a gain of 133%. And it was 666 horsepower we gained. Luckily, we still managed to win the tournament. Maybe the devil's on my side. Don't actually mean that, pay no attention. But anyway, can we make some profit? Let's have a look. With a sale price of 177,468, there is definitely some profit to be made. We spent 97,192. That leaves us with 80,276 profit, plus the 11,250 from the drag strip, leaving us at 91,526 profit from this beautiful Hot Wheels Edition Ford Mustang that is very different to the normal one, and I love it nonetheless. But it is time to say goodbye. Off you go. Let's get you sold and let's get moved on to the next one. Now, if you didn't see in the background what I'm working on next, you should probably go see an optician's because you might need to be legally registered as blind. But anyway, coming up next, we've got the beautiful school bus. This is a Patreon exclusive from Payne, aka DeadBob777. So if you want this, I will put a link to his Patreon in my description below, so you can head over there and grab it yourself. I think you need to sign up at the Garage Monkey tier to be able to get all of the mods from there. I'm not 100% on that. Check it yourself. Make sure you read and know what you're signing up for before you sign up for anything. But this is what we're going to be working on. This is going to be a lot of fun. As you can tell, it definitely wouldn't fit on the trailer. So we haven't put it on the trailer. It would have clipped through. It won't fit in this bay here because it claps through the front. It is insanely large, and I'm definitely looking forward to doing this. Not only that, that is a diesel engine in there, so I'm definitely looking forward to working on that one as well. This is going to be absolutely incredible. Let's jump in. It is the Bluebird Vision 2021. It is the bus that used to be in the garage, and I absolutely love that. Fantastic little effort there. We got it from the auction house. It's available in the auction salon or the junkyard, so you can't go and buy it. You can go and buy it brand new. You can't go and pick it up from a barn. That's what you can't do. The engine in it is the i4 1.9 litre TDI engine, a diesel turbo engine, and I love that. 684 factory horsepower. We will be increasing that as much as we can because we are going to be drag racing a school bus. I'm not going to change the config in any way. I'm going to build it as it comes, change the wheels, tune up the engine, and see if we can make this absolutely crazy bus win a drag tournament. Don't hold my hopes too high. It is sorry about that. Don't hold my hopes too high. It is a very heavy bus with the diesel engine, but we will find out. It's going to be a lot of fun nonetheless. Did I get a good deal on it? I did. 34,809 is what I paid, and I could sell it for 37,168, already making a profit of 2,359 before we even begin. But yes, the Bluebird Vision bus is what we're going to be working on Wednesday's video. So do make sure you join us back here on Wednesday for the school bus. It's going to be wild. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be a lot of fun. And after that, on Friday, we'll be back with What the Friday, but we're going to be starting a new game because we are going to be playing Cities Skylines 2, and I, for one, am very excited for it. I've been looking forward to this game for quite some time now, so I'm definitely looking forward to playing that and entertaining you guys, hopefully, if you want to come and join us on Fridays and enjoy it. Let me know what you thought of the Hot Wheels Edition beautiful Ford Mustang. We did manage to win a tournament, and I'm definitely very happy about that. Leave me a comment below, let me know what you think. Give me a cheeky little thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Double check you are subscribed. Or if you want to subscribe, hit the subscribe button. Share this video as far and wide as you really want to share it. Most of all, though, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And thank you for sticking around to the end. And while you're here, if you have stuck around to the end, leave me a comment wishing my mum a happy birthday. Because the day this video comes out, it is going to be her birthday. Happy 60th, Mum. Love you very much. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Have a beautiful day, whatever it is you're getting up to. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.
Like and subscribe for Virtual Mechanic.